Howdy, howdy. Welcome to episode 215 of the Idiotic Sports Talk. I'm your host, Liam Gavin, coming to you live from my bedroom. Today I'm going to do all the week 18 picks around the NFL like I do every week. Last week, 13-3 record. Absolutely amazing. Best one of the season. Let's see if we can even do better this week. I don't know. It's going to be tough to top, but I have a good feeling that we're going to be all right and we're going to nail it. So, week 18. This is the last week of the regular season. But don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. What a great season it was. I can't believe how fast it went by. Like, life just travels by so fast in football season, man. I absolutely love it. I'm so thankful for the NFL, man. I mean, there's so much entertainment. And then not only are we wrapping up the regular season, but then we go into the postseason. So let's break it down. There's still so much on the line for a lot of teams. Divisions to be clinched. Playoff spots in the balance. Who advances? Who goes home? Let's find out. So Saturday, we got kickoff very, very soon. I know I'm late on my picks, but a wise man once said, better late than never. We got the Steelers taking on the Ravens. So the AFC North rivals meet again. Pittsburgh beat them earlier while they were fully healthy, but this time it's going to be much different from the first game because the Steelers need a win to make the playoffs. While you have the Ravens, who already clinched their division, they clinched the 1 seed, and they're resting all their starters. They're going to put out Tyler Huntley there. He's going to start at quarterback, but he's still pretty solid, and he could spoil the Pittsburgh Steelers parade. It's very tough to pick a winner here. I feel like the Steelers are playing great football right now at Mason Rudolph, and they have a really good chance that they can run the football like they have been. So, it's going to be very tough to tell. I guess I'll go with the Steelers, though, because the Ravens are sitting everyone. So give me the Steelers 16-13. Our final Saturday game, it's going to be a banger. Texans taking on the Colts. So basically a playoff game. Whoever wins, you're in. And this is a battle between two 9-7 AFC South rivals. The Texans are fighting for that playoff spot. The Colts are now the 7th spot in the AFC. But they also have the AFC South that they could clinch between either team. Depends on what happens with the Jaguars. Very interesting. Very interesting. Both teams are 9-7. And it's just, they need to win. You win, you're in. It's so highly anticipated. I think this is going to be the best game of the day. And but I got to go with the Texans because I think C.J. Stroud, I think he's just built different. And I think he's going to be made for this type of big moment. And I think this is where he's going to have a career-defining moment tonight. So give me the Texans 27-23. The Sunday games. On the Sunday games, speaking of the Jaguars, they play their division rival, the Titans, who they beat earlier. And like I said, a lot on the line for the Jaguars. 9-7. If they lose, and the Colts and Texans, whoever wins that, they're going to take the division. The Jags, they might slip away. They might slip away out of the playoffs. I don't think they do. They're playing a Tennessee team that has nothing to play for. They do have Trevor Lawrence. I kind of think he's overrated, but they have him coming back. He's healthy now. And they're playing a Titans team, though. It's like, the Titans are weird. They're not good, but they're going to beat you up. And this could be Mike Vrabel's last game coaching for the Titans. This could be Derrick Henry's last game playing for them. This could be Ryan Tannehill's last game. So the Titans aren't going to lay down and get ran over. They're going to definitely stay there and deal with the punches. It's going to be a good one. I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans won, but I just got to roll with the Jags. They know it's at stake. I just feel like they're the better team too. So give me the Jags here, 23-16. Next, the Vikings take on the Lions. So second clash of two NFC North rivals. Detroit beat them the first time, high-scoring game. The Vikings somehow, some way, still have a spot to make the playoffs, but they need a miracle here. They really do. They need to beat Detroit, and I think they need the Cowboys and the Eagles to lose. Oh man, I think they need something else with Green Bay too. It's insane. It's like trying to solve space dynamics. We need Josh Dobbs here to explain the playoff scenario for the Vikings because I'm too dumb to explain it. But anyway, put it this way, they need a miracle, and they're going against a Detroit team that could still clinch the 2 seed somehow. If Dallas loses or the Eagles lose, some way they could clinch it. So they still have something to play for. My Cowboys robbed the Lions last week, so they're pissed off, and I think they're going to handle business at home by the score of 28-21. Next, the Falcons take on the Saints. So two NFC South rivals going at it, and they're battling it out for a playoff spot, for the division. The Falcons need a lot more miracles than the Saints do. But, if the Falcons win, it doesn't hurt their case at all. The Falcons did beat them previously this season. But I don't like the way the Falcons have been looking lately, especially against a good defense like the Saints. I think the Saints have been playing better football lately. Both teams are so inconsistent, though, and just disgusting to watch. But I got to go with the Saints, though. They're at home. They have a better shot at making the playoffs and winning the division over the Falcons. So they know what's more at stake. They're going to come out and handle business. So give me the Saints to win this one. I'm going to go 26-22. Next, the Jets take on the Patriots. So clash of AFC East rivals. Second time the Pats beat them. But the Pats have beat them 15 straight times. They could be going on 16. And it could be Bill Belichick's last game coaching for the Patriots. We don't know yet. I think it's going to be. But we'll really see. I mean, the Jets, I don't know what it is. They can't beat the Patriots. And, this could be their shot, but, if you're a Jets fan, you're like, okay, beat the Patriots or get a good draft pick. You're, like, stuck in the middle. Both teams are playing for nothing. And then also, if you're the Jets, you could pull a Bill Belichick on Bill Belichick and say, hey, if we let you beat us, you're going to screw up your draft pick, and you're going to have to move back in the draft. So, very interesting. It's like a little cat and mouse game here. I got to go with the Patriots, though. They're at home. Bill Belichick just owns the Jets. And, it's a shame. I like the Jets, too. But, it's the fact of the matter is until they can beat the Patriots, I got to go with the Patriots here. It's going to be a low-scoring game. Give me the Patriots 13-9. Next, the Bucs taking on the Panthers. Another clash of two NFC South rivals. So the Bucs, it's simple. Win, you clinch the division, you clinch a playoff spot. Carolina, they're going to try to spoil that parade. I know it. Even though they're just so awful, they're going to figure out a way to try to ruin on the Bucs' day, just completely strip them of their dignity. But I don't see it happening. I could see it being close. But the Bucs, they have too much at stake, Like, if they lose and Carolina or New Orleans or Atlanta wins, they get the division. And so the Bucs, they played a horrible game last week, but I think they're going to bounce back this week and get the win against Carolina. I think they're going to run the ball. I think the defense is going to be good. I think Baker's going to show up with his weapons. They're just all around completely better. So I like the Bucs in this one, 20-12. Next, the Browns take on the Bengals. So the Browns, they're locked into that 5th seed in the AFC no matter what. So I'm pretty sure they're not going to start Flacco. They're not going to start a lot of guys. And they're taking on a Bengals team that just got eliminated. They're pretty pissed off. It was a rough year for the Bengals. Joe Burrow got hurt. They lost a couple straight games. Then Jake Browning went on an insanity run. He had some great games. And it's just been so up and down if you're a Bengals fan. But yeah, I don't know. If you look out through history, the Browns have owned the Bengals numerous times. They really have. And I don't really care who's out there as a quarterback. Probably be P.J. Walker, I'd assume. But if Flacco's playing, give me the Browns all day. But yeah, I mean, even if P.J. Walker's out there, I think he could beat the Bengals. Like, I really do. The Bengals, they're just trying to look towards next year. I mean, they're 8-8. They could win this game, finish 9-8, finish above 500, but what good does it really do them? I think Cleveland goes and ends out on a high note. They've been on a 4-game win streak. They're just a better team. So I'm going to favor the Browns in this one. I'm going to go 19-14. Next, the Bears take on the Green Bay Packers. NFC North rivals collide second time this season. Week 1, the Packers blew them out, but that was a different Chicago team. The Bears now have been rolling. In one of the last 4 or 5 games, Justin Fields has been playing like that true talent we know he is. But they're going on the road against the Packers, and not for nothing, the Bears, especially Justin Fields, has never beaten the Packers in his career. It could all change right now, but the Packers are currently the 7th seed in the NFC playoff picture, and they know what's at stake here. They know they can't lose. I think they're going to be locked in. I think they're going to get the win. It'd be funny. Hey, I'm rooting for the Bears, but my heart tell me Bears. Brain is telling me Packers. So I got to roll with the Packers here, 28-17. Next, my Cowboys take on the Commanders. So NFC East rivals duking it out. Second straight time. Cowboys blew them out last time in Jerry World, but now they're going on the road, a place they struggled. They're going to Landover, Maryland, FedEx Field. disgusting turf. So many people get injured there. It's going to be raining and whatnot, I've heard. The Dallas Cowboys have to win. If they win, they clinch that 2 seed in the NFC, and then the playoff games are coming to Jerry's World. And that's what they need, because on the road, they're not that great. And they better not get cute like last year against the Commanders, where they had a slim chance of winning the division, and then they just blew it. So please, man, please, Cowboys, do not screw this up. It's the Commanders. They've lost 7 straight games. Go out there with a vengeance. Go there like you're playing for something, because you are playing for something. And you know me, I'm never picking against my Cowboys. So give me the Cowboys here, 27-17. Next, the Broncos take on the Raiders. So the AFC West rivals meet. The Raiders beat them earlier, and I think they're going to do it again. The Broncos, they're going to roll with Jarrett Stidham. Nothing against the guy, but I honestly like Aiden O'Connell more than I like Jarrett Stidham. And I think the Raiders, like, both have nothing to play for, right? They really don't. It's just pride at this point. And I feel like the Raiders are going to play for more pride because they like their head coach, Antonio Pierce. He has those guys playing hard. He has those guys going to war for him every game. Sean Payton, what he did was completely asinine, benching Russell Wilson, the dude who was having a phenomenal season. And that kind of stirs heads into the locker room where it's like, hey, they benched that guy who's our team's captain. Like, what are they going to do to me? The tight end, the receiver, the O-linesman. So it kind of leaves a sour taste in their mouth, and I don't blame them. So give me the Raiders here. I just feel like they're more focused. I'm going to take them 24-14. Next, the Eagles take on the Giants. So the Eagles beat them barely, but they did beat them a couple weeks ago. This is a rematch, and it's going to be good because the Eagles have lost 4 of their last 5. While the Giants, they haven't been good. They've lost 3 straight, but they've been competitive. They could have beat the Eagles. They could have beat the Rams if a few things went their way differently. But listen, I think they're going to beat the Eagles. The Eagles have a lot at stake, though. If the Cowboys slip up and the Eagles win, boom, the Eagles clinch the NFC East and they clinch that 2 seed. But nah, I don't think so. I think Tyrod Taylor, I think he's going out on a high note. I think he's going to shred through that weak Philly pass defense. The question is, will the Giants defense be ready to stop Jalen Hurts in them? Because they made some plays last game, but then there was those times where they couldn't stop them. But give me the Giants here. I'm going 28-26. Next, the Seattle Seahawks take on the Arizona Cardinals. So 2 NFC West rivals meeting again. Seattle won last time in their home, but now they're traveling on the road against an Arizona team. Nothing to play for. While the Seahawks do have a lot to play for, they still need some things to go their way to make the playoffs. But all I know is that if they win, they're sitting pretty nicely. But they're going against a Cardinals team that, they're not good, but they're scrappy. They're going to give you that fight. They're going to make you tired. They're going to, the picture you're in a race. You're running from someone, and you get all the way, and you're like, I'm tired. And all of a sudden, you look back, and you just see this guy trucking, That's what the Cardinals are. They're not going down without a fight. I am going to pick Seattle, though, because I do think they're the better team and they have more to play for. So, I wouldn't be surprised if the Cardinals win and spoil their parade. They've done it a few years ago, I remember. But this time, I think Seattle's got it. I'm going to take them to win this one. I'm going to go 21-17. Next, the Rams take on the Niners. So, 2 NFC West rivals meeting as well. The Niners beat them earlier in the season, a very close game. But this time it's going to be way different. The Niners are the 1 seed. They're going to be resting a lot of starters, and Sam Darnold's going to be starting. And as for the Rams, they already clinched a playoff spot, so they're sitting Stafford and they're starting Carson Wentz. So we got a great quarterback matchup, Darnold versus Wentz. Who are you rolling with? Because I'm going to roll with the Niners here, only because when you look throughout history, Kyle Shanahan has owned Sean McVay. When it's a head coaching match, it really does. Except for the NFC Championship game a few years ago, it's like he really does run circles around Sean McVay. So it doesn't matter if he has Ronald McDonald out there as quarterback. He's going to make it work to beat Sean McVay. So I like the Niners in this situation. I can't really think of a score. I guess I'll go 27-24 in favor of the Niners. Next, the Chiefs take on the Chargers. So the Chiefs are locked in as that 3rd seed. They're going to be resting starters. They're going against a bad Chargers team who have lost 4 straight games. They have nothing to play for at all. It's like the Chargers could finally have a chance to beat the Chiefs, and I doubt they do. I doubt that they can beat the Chiefs though, no matter what. I think the Chiefs are just going to be bad. I think Andy Reid's going to make it work with whoever's out there at quarterback, and I think they're going to get the win. So I do like the Chiefs in this one. I'm going to go 20-16. The final game is the Bills taking on the Dolphins. So two AFC East rivals playing for a lot. The Bills smoked them earlier this year in Buffalo, and now the Dolphins, they're playing at home where they thrive. And this is some big complications on the line. If Miami wins, I mean, they're already the 2 seed. They lock up that 2 seed and they win the AFC East. But if the Bills win, they get that 2 seed to win the AFC East and punch Miami back to the 6 or 7 seed. So it's interesting. But then I saw if the Bills don't win and like the Steelers win or I forget the other team, like the Texans win or something, that the Bills are done from the playoffs. I think the Bills are too hot of a team to miss the playoffs. But against this Miami team, they have a good chance to win. Miami is missing a lot of star power on defense. A lot of their guys are hurt. They're missing a couple pieces on offense like Jalen Waddle. Tyreek Hill's banged up. I just still got to roll with Miami, though. I just do. I'm feeling confident in them. I think Mike McDaniels is going to make some magic happen in that nerdy head of his. I know it. I just feel it. And I feel like these teams split every single year. Buffalo wins in Buffalo. Miami wins in Miami. So for those reasons, I like Miami winning 31-28. So that's it for my Week 18 picks around the NFL. Let me know what you guys think. But before I depart, my lock of the week is the Patriots over the Jets, and my upset is the Dolphins over the Bills. So like I said, that's it for my picks. Let me know what you guys think. What's your favorite game of the week that you're really looking forward to? What game could you care less about? Do you think your favorite team's getting the win? Do you think they're going to lose? Am I picking your team to win? Am I picking them to lose? Who knows? But all I do know is that you should subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you should also follow my Instagram page right down here below. Take care and enjoy an awesome weekend of football. It's Week 18. It's the last regular season week of the season. So what are you doing if you're not watching football? But take care.